he just set that bitch on fire though. But damn, chat, damn. You know what I'm saying? What I will say on this discussion, man, is that a lot of people just ain't got that dog in them. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't come to the table with with this on their mind. You know, influence, cultural change, social justice, or a lot of people don't educate themselves on that way. They don't think like that. So a lot of times they come in these situations and it's like, how can I describe it? I love using metaphors because there's so much to be explained at once. A metaphor oftentimes will capture it. It'd be like never realizing you were even, like, think of it like this. Imagine it's a chess game. Number one, you didn't even realize a game was being played, right? You didn't even know you were on a board. You have no clue. You just saying, I want some money, I want to grind, I want to hustle. I'm gonna get that money by any means. I want that success. So in your world, you just want success, and then whatever that looks like to you, it could be a big chunk of cash, it could be a huge house, it could be bad chicks, it could be fast cars, nice cars. That's just where your head is at, right? And then you didn't even realize you're on a chessboard. You're a part of a chess game. You're not even realizing that. You're just succeeding in your own way. And as you upgrade yourself as an individual and go up and up and up, then you look up and you don't even realize you're on a chessboard, but you're a fucking a rook. You damn near a queen or a bishop or something. Like you are being used like a pawn. You're not even like controlling your own moves, but then it's already bad enough you don't even realize you're on the board. But then it's even worse, you're not even using the full potential of the power that your piece has. Your board is already done. Then you get on top of that, a lot of these people be in checkmate before they even realize they had a chance to play for positioning. And that checkmate could be mental or psychological to whatever level that person is on. Security is a lot of times that does it for people. Their own lives. If they do something or say something that will get rid of their security or their safety, they will. That's a lot of people's limits. If they do something or say something that will potentially cause harm to their own lives, that's a lot of people's limits. Which is why you've seen in the past leaders have been killed or turned out, informants, etc. You know what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of times people can't underestimate the severity of this, because you just don't know your history. And it's not even an American thing. It's just what countries do to other countries. This shit is just real life. This is just real life. It's that the battlefield is in mass media control or mass population attention and influence. That is the new battle. The new battle is not like that's still also happening too. It's not like I'm gonna raid your country and throw my banners on your wall and force your children to do this. It's that what can we do around the internet? What can we do with these influencers? You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? The influencers, like I said, they don't even realize that they're a piece on the board. Meanwhile, the other pieces or the other players are playing for them. They're making moves for them based on what they are concerned and care about. Could be money, could be status. A lot of these suckers fall out for lust. One of the lowest of vices. Lust. Boom. Blackmail. Ego. Boom. I'm telling you, so many ways to checkmate people, and it's so easy when you're not paying attention. So, I just thought this was a powerful conversation that I wanted to, point to something bigger. Not gonna lie, I'm horny. So then you got this troll in my chat. You don't belong here. Elevate your thinking, brother. Elevate your thinking. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to even put it on myself to be more responsible for how I use my platform, which I've always thought about since the very beginning. So a lot of people came in like, oh, you red pill or this or that. And then they use a lot of my, they tried to like pin me somewhere and say, oh, speak on this, humbling these bitches' egos and all that. I'm like, bro, like, I don't live my life thinking about humbling a woman's ego. I don't have no problems with women. A woman has never cheated on me, broke my heart, or disappointed me. I don't go around, I don't even think like that. My whole aim was social skills and human interaction. And then this whole narrative even got like trying to get thrown on me. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? A small level game, a small minded game, which is just so like an echo chamber. I'm looking at this. That's how I'm looking at these YouTube niches now. It's like an echo chamber between like this community, the city girls of this, and oh fuck it. Now it's like fuck these women. I'm gonna move to a whole nother country. So it's like fuck what's going on here. I'm gonna just move to a whole nother country, and it's like no, fuck that, man. I'm going to no fabulous human retention, and that'll solve everything I have, and then you got all these people profiting in the middle. And no disrespect, chat, but y'all see why I came to the internet. I'm like, yo, if I could have my impact, but just like not exist, I swear to God I would. On my life and on my soul I would. If I could just have my impact, but not be like in the mix of all the dumb shit, I really would. And that's why I don't, no disrespect, I don't like collaborations. I don't like the whole idea of, oh, I have to care about this and care about that, because I don't. I want to do my own thing on my island and work on my way. Don't compare me to this. Don't connect me to that. Don't draw me to this. I'm my own individual. My man, I think for myself. I don't have a lot of these comparisons and backgrounds that a lot of these people have. Shade and Sneeko. How's that shading Sneeko? This is real life. I know Sneeko in real life. How is my shading Sneeko? By speaking about myself as an individual. Think about it, brother. You can just I do. That's why I don't talk about half the shit that I do in real life to help people and contribute to the things that I do in my everyday life. Because I don't do this shit for acknowledgement or recognition or things of that nature. But it's like what comes with this shit is just, it's really pointless to me. It's really pointless to me. You know what I'm saying? And it's just dumb as fuck. It's just really dumb as fuck. The level of thinking is very low. The bar is set very low. And then I come and I make these videos and I look at it and I say, okay, from a strategic standpoint, what I did to leverage the platform is I'm like, all right, let me provide that entertainment level. Let me provide that entertainment value, because that touches in other niches and communities. But I feel like I've shifted way too far from my comfort level for that. And I need to get back and lock on to what I actually care about, what I actually think about. This is only one of my libraries. One of my libraries. One of them. I got books sitting on my fucking TV stand in my living room. I got books under my bed in a fucking long ass case. And I sit here and, no disrespect, react to a video like some entertaining shit. I feel like I'm doing myself a disservice. I feel like I'm doing y'all a disservice. Respectfully. And even the idea of, oh, let's do this collaboration, or let's do this or do this. It's like, bro, that's a misuse of me as a person. It's fun to watch, it's entertaining to be a part of. But with all due respect, it's a misuse of me as a person. It really is. You're not manipulating us. And no, listen, when it really come down to it, I have still made videos. Shout out to Zakaria3 for the 3 months. I have still made videos.
What's the name of those books?
That was Powernomics, and that was Black Power. That was Black Money, White Wealth, with Dr. Claude Anderson. You can watch podcasts of him talking if you don't want to read the books. You know, a lot of people don't like to read, or y'all like to do audio books and digital on screen books. Listen, do your research. Do your research. Reading a book digitally on a screen and listening to an audio book. 007. I appreciate the 3 months. It is not the same as a physical book. Do your research. Do not take my word for it. Do your research on the difference between literally like what it does to your brain and what it does to your eyes. Your eyes don't even scan a page the same. You know what I'm saying? Like this is shit that I should be talking about and should be leading influence to more consistently. So I apologize to y'all for drifting a little bit, but I feel like I thought at first, and I don't think I was wrong about that. I just think I did it too much. That the entertainment aspect and remaining relatable allowed us to expand in certain ways. But it's like it started breeding a lot of like bullshit, to be as blunt as possible. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny that you said shading Sneeko, but Sneeko is one of the content creators I can mention, or influence I can mention, who actually said, okay, his original content even in and of itself was thought-provoking. And even as the man that I know him, he's a thinker. And even to go into the shit that he did, and when he tried, when he started streaming and all that stuff, it was all around things that impact society. It was never just, okay, I'm gonna try to be a clown and a part of a circus. Now, whatever mental level, that wherever anybody fits in that is different. But I'm saying, I give Sneako his credit for that. Yeah, fuck relatability, future message. That's what I'm saying. Listen. When I tell y'all, do you want to swim or do you want to drown? I do not be joking. I constantly put a muzzle on myself, or have to like reevaluate what I was going to talk about, because it's like, do y'all want to swim or do y'all want to drown? How deep you want to go? Just think about it, chat. The alligator cave video was 2.5 hours. I did that off the top of my head. No prep. No prep. I didn't even say I was going to talk about that day. That came from just a chat conversation, and I discussed it, and I said, okay, we could talk about it. 2.5 hours later. And I'm glad that video did so well. It's one of my most proud productions to this day. You see what I'm saying? But now I peep little shit. You look up, somebody comes in, and mind you, I love all the people I've interacted with and met on the internet thus far. I feel like I've gotten lucky because I haven't been shaded or sneaky shit. But you come in, I do some pineapple shows, doing for fun, enjoyment, entertainment. I love flirting with women, talking to women, etc. And then a bunch of people flood in here and say, "Oh, pineapple show, E-Day tonight," and it's like I'm expected to jump on these things. It's like, man, respectfully, no. You know what I'm saying? You know what? Tonight, kind of what I said. D was meant to tonight. Talk this for real. You ain't ready, dog. Best fit. Right, you got the pyramid of self mastery. That was more of a freestyle than the Allegory of the Cave one, because at least I wrote a whole 33 pages on some shit like that. That pyramid of self mastery, that was just me looking at that shit, analyzing and saying, okay, how can I make this make sense? And a lot of times I can just get my points across when I just freestyle. But what I've learned from public speaking, one of the professors I've known for years now, he said a lot of times I speak very abstract manners. Like I need to work on my I forgot what the word that he used, but the concreteness in what I talk about. And a lot of that is done through storytelling. A lot of that is done through specific examples. But in my world, I know exactly what I'm talking about, which is why I don't, you know what I'm saying? And I think people catch that in metaphors that I use. So I try to think about that longer, but it's just like, yeah, structure. Again, right, structure and concreteness was like two of my areas of lack. But as far as a verbal speaker, that was one of I'm very good at you could impromptu me, and I'll just get up and give you a whole decent situation. But at the end of the day, I never liked writing and organizing my thoughts. I always just let them flow, and they come off in a very palatable way. So that's something I need to work on as an individual. Is writing in a way that makes me a better speaker, because all that plays a part. Writing does make you a better speaker. Reading a lot makes you a better speaker, a better thinker, a better gives you a lot of more vocabulary to use. She come like this, bro. I've been like this as a kid, bro. I swear. And I feel like, with all due respect to the internet, it's so, and mind you, I didn't want to come to no platform and be that guy. I feel like it's a waste of my energy to be like, okay, this person is a scammer. This person is finessing you or using you. This person is using clout and a genuine movement for money, for monetary gain. I mind my business. You know what I'm saying? But that's another quick thing I noticed. A lot of people make money make profit off pain. A lot of people make profit off of purpose. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, I get paid from what I do. But there's a difference between that and saying subscribe to my video and buy, order these through me, and it'll change your life. I don't even promote the Patreon. I don't even say comment or subscribe on none of my videos. If you fuck with it, you fuck with it. I said what I said, and here's what it is. But you got so many people that go beyond profit off purpose. I'm gonna just say it it's like how just imagine the profit off pain one is the easiest. You got a lot of dating coaches who said, okay, there's a wave going on here. This atmosphere, this niche is growing. Let me try to make money here. Meanwhile, you look at their real life. They going out bad in real life. They don't even like, dog, if you analyze my real life and situations and how I handle them and what I deal with, it only makes me even more credible. And I haven't even made it about me. I made it about the information. And you can test my information by saying, okay, does it work outside of his life? That's how you really check that shit. But I said it to say, they're not even living what they're telling you. They just know it sounds good, or again, it profits off pain. I'm gonna recycle. Okay, you've been hurt too. Okay, damn, look at these women. Let's complain and complain and complain. Boom, views, clickbait, clout. We create this movement of just pain and just complaining and just no solution-based thinking, no practical and exact direct advice. Let's just do this. I'm like, yo, I feel like that's why I grew so fast, because people saw that I wasn't about that. I was actually about like, all right, do this, understand this, look at this situation. And without trying to put too much bias in it. Everybody has implicit bias. Everybody has a perspective. And because we're all human, we're all personal at the end of the day. But when it comes down to it, and that's not even just the dating scene, but especially like the spiritual scene, it's like so many people played the role. Okay, I'm gonna get dreads. I'm gonna get certain like I'm telling you, they just play these characters. They play these characters. You buy into the character, whether it's the jewelry that they're wearing, whether it's the shit that they recite. And then they jump in and make the profit, but the profit off of it. But it's like, yo, how are you living your life? What is you know what I'm saying? I'm buying for the cigs coming. Somebody said something about some cigs, man. People of substance, man. You gotta make your life full of substance. Let me tell you something. The difference between like me being here and me not being here is crazy how close it was. Because I was on that line of like, all right, I'm about to delete social media and just like completely chuck this shit, or I'm gonna try to make my stake on the internet and create a platform. And here we are. But if I was, bro, I think we could all agree on this. Our lives would be so much better without social media. There's a lot of good on it. Centric Kyrie, I appreciate the gift this up. And I really was analyzing that in me as a person. I'm like, bro, my life would be so much better without social media. Especially because, and this is no knock on anybody I follow or anybody I know in real life. This really doesn't apply to my close friend group. But you go on social media, just open it and scroll. I bet you I could now. I'm gonna see. Let me just go over here and watch this. I bet you. A post that has something to do with somebody's ego. Okay, this is family. That's a W. Okay, it's a bad chick with a body. Mind you, you also can hop on there and say, well, it's your algorithm. It's what you control seeing. But this might be people I've known for years and just follow. I'm friends with, cool in real life. And you see a lot of like pointless ass shit that's pointless to me. I remember I opened TikTok sparingly. I open it. I see an episode from like the Kardashians. Like that's how random my explore page is because I don't use that shit. It might be some random skit. I love some entertainment here now. I love some funny shit. But it's a random skit. Some funny shit. It's an episode from some reality show. It's some news or theory about this. And it's just all grabbing your time. It's just all grabbing your time for distractions. And you just become super sucked into the other people's lives. Bad news. That's the main thing I was mentioning and looking for. It's like, yo, you open social media, you hear some new bad news. Some shit I might not have even heard about if I didn't open my phone to go to social media. My day would have been so isolated and constructive had I said, you know what, let me focus on my community. And when I say community, I mean like immediate community, like the community you live in. So like, all right, what is my community? Like if I actually handle my problems on the level of what's right in front of me and around me and say, okay, my family, my friends, what's needed here? What can I do? and etc. If I live my life like that, say, okay, well, how can I improve as a person, and really look for those answers within myself, not just hearing a bunch of motivation. I never heard about the fucking word motivation so much until I came and started making all these videos. And I'm like, yo, why do so many people on the internet need motivation? I'm tell you what, it's because 9 times out of 10, it's the same prototype. You waste a lot of time watching shit that you don't need to be watching, rather than making actions throughout your day. And then you look up and then you type a comment on a post or a page or a live and be like, okay, where do you get your motivation from? When in reality, those constructive, those consistent and disciplined people oftentimes have little to no motivation. The motivation dried up a long time ago when they already achieved whatever goal that they were working towards. You can sit here and say, well, damn, then they made another goal. No, it's purpose. It's purpose. It's purpose. That's what it is. When you have purpose, you don't need motivation. When you have purpose, you don't even need discipline. You don't even need discipline. I'm going to be bold enough to say that. When you have purpose, you don't even need discipline. You don't. Why? Because your purpose automatically disciplines you. You just, it's like, it's a step above it. It's not even about, at that point, it's not even about discipline. Discipline is just doing something consistently. Purpose said, hey, you doing shit you never done before consistently. You see what I'm saying? Like when you go in the gym, let's say, okay, I feel like on a physical level, and getting your body right is important. But purpose is beyond your body. Purpose is beyond your career. Purpose is beyond financial status or wealth. That's when you know you really got a purpose. When you really are attributed to like, yo, I'm gonna die on this shit. Like this shit ain't even, this shit might benefit me. Like my purpose has benefited me. I've made money from this. I've been able to, help put money in my family members' pockets that y'all don't even know. And take care of shit like that. Buy myself a sweater, dumbass setup. I got my own little spot now. So it has benefited me on that level. But the benefit goes way beyond that. And once I got it, it's like it does nothing for me. I stay focused and attached to my purpose and connected to my purpose. Keep a purpose for anything. What do you mean by that? I don't know what you mean by that. Purpose drives your reason. Like listen, purpose. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna speak from experience, and I feel like school got me very distracted, and other things of social media, just a whole bunch of pointless shit that really doesn't mean nothing to me in my average day-to-day life. And I take full accountability for that. Purpose, when I'm really like locked in with my purpose, and I'm just speaking from experience, you become so immersed. Do y'all know what the word immersion means? Full on immersion. Like you become so immersed. That's what your purpose will do to you. Do y'all know what that means? Do y'all know what I mean by immersion? That's just what I can speak and say that my purpose has done for me when I'm really locked in. It's like I don't care about nothing else. I don't even think. Oh, let me go scroll and see how many likes I got on this post. I don't even think what's that new TV show that came out. I don't even think what's this trending news. I don't even think what's somebody's opinion on this. I don't even think this person dissed me or has this comment. I don't even think this woman didn't text me back. I don't even think. I'm so immersed in my purpose. Every other thing becomes like a blur. A blur. That's when I'm really like 110% locked in. It's like I eat, sleep, and breathe. It's like I eat purpose-os for breakfast. And then I make a purpose sandwich for lunch. And I go eat purpose steak for dinner. You know what I'm saying? This shit, I guzzle it down with some purpose water. It's like you damn near got to bring something into my mental environment for me to even think about it. I'm telling you, you can go see this. You can really see this and how it was, especially my earlier videos. And I remember I did this interview. They was like, "Yo, what was it when Miles Brown commented on your Twitch vibe?" I was like, I had to find out who that was. And that's no knock on him. This young man, very successful. But like that's like I don't be seeing certain shit. And like y'all be like, okay, have you seen this content creator or have you seen this content creator? It's like, bro, these content creators that y'all name or compare, it's like they weren't even a part of my world. They weren't even a part of like my mind. Like I can't even describe it. And this is, listen, this is before coming and really watching a lot of content. This is like pre-med science Ty. This is like college student, social activist Ty. You know what I'm saying? It's like
some of the
crack it. I appreciate that. I appreciate the 3 months.
Some of the greatest advice. Girls are people as well.
Right. And it's, for example, it's like how y'all come to me and y'all be like, y'all name this content creator. I remember some of the earliest ones y'all mentioned. Y'all was like Sublime Consciousness, Want to Cut. Keep, and we're not gonna go on and on and on, right? And some of these content creators I didn't know before, and like I said, I know I've heard of AMS, I've heard of Steph is Cold, I've heard of Illuminati, I've heard of Flight Reacts, I've seen Aiden Ross, but my friend was a bigger fan of him than him. Like, I can name the people that I've seen and I've known of, but all them other content creators, even Miami the Kid, even Prime the Head, I've before coming to the internet and actually doing reactions and breakdowns, I did not know who none of these people were. But it goes vice versa. It because of where my mind was at in life. I wasn't on some YouTube and like I didn't watch Blind Dates. I didn't watch Smash. I didn't. This is what I wasn't watching. But we go over here and I'll be like, yo, do y'all know who Dr. Claude Anderson is? I'm like, yo, have y'all ever heard of? I can just go on and on and on. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then we go, and then y'all be like, no, I don't know those people. It just depends on where is your mind at? What are you focused on? What niche? What's your mental environment? And it was not entertainment on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to all the people I mentioned, or all the people that I know now, because I received nothing but love when I came to this platform. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that from everybody I named or did not name. You know what I'm saying? So it's been real thorough. Thoughts about stoicism. Again, something I didn't really hear too much about until the internet.
This is why I think you should view one of the Saint and the Sinner videos and analyze it. He talks on his experiences in life around the world. He speaks about self-improvement, health.
I know who that is. I know who that is. Content creator
today. Definitely the two of you can learn from one another. You have to know yourself before you can be good to yourself. Speaking on topics today, what do you think about Brittany Griner being freed from Ukraine?
A whole essay. Listen, I've seen Satan the Sinner. I've seen a decent amount of his videos as well. I've seen him a long time ago as well. One of the first videos I ever seen Satan the Sinner. This is when I was first coming up on YouTube, so I started to first get into the niche of things. And he did a criticism of what was called like the Red Pill Avengers back then. This is even before I knew Steph is Cold. He did a criticism of the Red Pill Avengers back then. And he talked about how, and he was one of the first content creators besides Steve or, some other people I could mention that truly I saw it and was like, yo, this dude, I can tell this dude understands women in real life, right? Because one of the first things he said, women don't care about money. And you don't hear none of these niggas tell y'all that. You don't hear none of these niggas tell y'all the truth. Women do not care about money. And that was one of the first points he refuted. Is, women don't care about money. A woman will empty her purse, her whole possessions for the man she cares about. And I was like, off the rip, I'm like, all right, this dude knows what he's talking about. This dude knows what he's talking about. He knows women in the real way, right? So, again, we jump in the comments. That's not true. That's all. What's understood doesn't need to be explained. What's understood does not need to be explained. But he did a criticism of that, and he talked about how and Steph is Cold had some of the most well-rounded opinions in that entire segment. So shout out to Steph is Cold for that, right? But when the whole debate was going down, it was the same. I think it was the same four categories that I see that men seem to only understand women on, which is looks, like clout/status, money, and I forget what the other category was. I can't remember what the other category was. But outside of these four categories, nobody on the internet has a true understanding of women's psychology and understanding women. Is a huge blind spot outside of those four categories. A huge blind spot. And anytime something happens, it gets tunneled into those four categories. Anytime something bad, good, etc., right back into those four categories, because it's the only four categories that they can see when thinking about women. And then as soon as I saw Satan the Sinner said that, I said, yo, you know what you're talking about. You truly understand the bigger picture, not just the level of, okay, I use my clout and status or money or looks to get her, and I'm surprised when she cares about it. But I'm not actually looking at what happens in a real situation. What happens in a situation where a man is actually using his manhood and masculinity to influence a woman? His character, the irreplaceable things, not the things she could just swap out and swap in and swap out. And a lot of these, man, I don't even want to get into that whole discussion. I don't even get into that whole discussion. You fuck with Von Tucker, I don't know him personally. Let's go, guys. Some shit that contradicts his message, though. Not sure what specifically. I don't know neither. And if I don't know, if you don't know, if you can't be specific about it, don't speak on it. Imagine buying something and being surprised it's for sale. That's my point exactly. That's my point exactly. And a lot of the dudes don't even see it. You know what I'm saying? And again, that's why I love what Steve made the point of, like, women, they get so used to defending their sides, defending their back, locking their windows, and closing the chimney that they never lock the front door. They do not lock the front door because y'all keep approaching from the same sides and the same angles and the same mentality. So you come in a situation like the dojo and we say flirt without complimenting. They ain't even ready for that shit. We talking about go deep, not wide, and have substance. And then you see all these women on the internet complaining like men have no substance. Not our men. Not the men over here. And you can see why I have such an easy time with women in real life. It ain't like. And then guess what? I even talk about death before dishonor. Principle of standing your ground. No matter how bad she is, no matter how much clout she got, how much money she got, or in what way she can benefit you. I will cut off a woman for any. Listen, dog. Y'all don't even know if I could get specific in real life. Listen. A woman could get cut like that. I don't give a fuck if I love her, care about her deeply. She crosses some sort of principle or a boundary that's fundamental to me as a man. I forgive, but I won't forget. You're done. And listen, it has nothing to do with that because guess what? It has nothing to do with women because I even said that in my aggressive woman video and breakdown. I said if you allow a woman to treat you like this, I would be willing to argue you allow other people to treat you like that too. Because the same way, I ain't taking a certain thing from a woman, I ain't taking it from my family members, I ain't taking it from my friends, I ain't taking it from no stranger. It's just a principle of me as an overall who I am as a man. I burn any bridge with anybody. Anybody. You name the position in my life. Respectfully. Or it might have to get killed with distance. It ain't gonna be beef, it ain't gonna be problem, it ain't gonna be no negative blood or energy because I don't want that in my mind or on my head as I go through and attack my purpose consistently. It'll be just a pure principle and love. Gotta love you from a distance. You cannot be a part of my life right now. Or probably at all. We just see two things. We just see the world in completely different ways. We ain't meant for each other's space, and that's out of love. You know what I'm saying? So you care 110%. Man, niggas used to be like, this is back in high school, where like social groups like kind of merged. Women would have to try to tell my friends to talk to me. Like, oh, what happened with that? Blah, 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 blah. Like that. And then my friends, certain my friends who were limps back then, you know what I'm saying, would be like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying, like, can you be more nice? Or like, can you da-da-da-da? Wouldn't understand me standing on my principle. Because the shorty might have been bad. She might have been whatever ethnicity you could fucking name. And I would still cut her off. Like this. With whatever benefit I was getting. Could have been pussy, money, cooking, cleaning, doing my work. You name it. You name it. And it's nothing more, because it's the bigger picture. It's the bigger picture. I'm telling you, it's the bigger picture. Your mother. If my mother were bad for me and my peace and my mental health, with all due respect, I would love my mother from a distance. Like I said, you can name any position in my life. If my mother were negative for my mental health and my success or my life, I already had to do that with my mom. You know what I'm saying? Initially, my mom teamed this now, but initially back in last fall semester of university, she wasn't with the whole take off of school thing. I had to do that against her. She hung up the phone. And we ain't talked for like a small, it wasn't even that long though. That was the funny part. Like she got over it pretty fast, but it was like, it was a problem behind that. You know what I'm saying? 100%. I stood on that. This is what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? If you see the vision, you see the vision. If you don't, you don't. You know what I mean? I love you, but I'm going to have to do this for me as a man. And I did. You know what I'm saying? It ain't got nothing to do with disrespect or hate. This is real life, bro. How important is loyalty to you? Man, that's everything. And first and foremost, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to always be loyal to myself. Let me tell y'all something. First and foremost, out of love, because guess what that did with my relationship with me and my mom? It only made it stronger, because she had to learn to see me as an independent man. And that's why I tell y'all, your parents' love for you is limited. They can only love you in the mentality of safety. They can only love you in the mentality of, I want what's best for you. But their definition of best and your definition of best are not different until you become your own individual. You could be a man, woman, anything watching this right now. Your support system, you can grow faster than your support system. And the problem with that is that when you grow faster than your support system, two things have to happen. You either lead them in the direction that you're growing, or you grow alone. And a lot of people do not have the backbone, the spine, or the foundation within themselves to grow alone. And I did. And I can't thank myself enough. I cannot thank myself enough. Because at the end of the day, your support system will love you so much that they'll support you anyway. They just love you, and they don't want, the risk feels bad for them, because guess what? Nobody in your life wants to see you crash. Nobody in your life, listen, no bullshit. This YouTube shit went left and I'm broke and I'm like, damn, I just put the whole pre-med thing. I had a 3.6 GPA and honors college and resume like 4 pages and opportunities open up. He put that to the side and he became broke. Nobody wanted to see that. Oh, nigga, I didn't want to see that. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people take off of school and get lazy. Now get out of school and then start working some random ass job and fall off. You know what I'm saying? And I knew that. And I seen literal family members that I have do that. And I took that into very serious consideration. You know what I'm saying? And I stood on that. And I produced the results I had to produce for me. And a lot of people couldn't see the vision. A lot of people, didn't, whatever the case may be. But guess what, Chad? You know what they say now? You haven't made a wrong move. You haven't made a wrong decision yet. It went from like doubt and hesitation to you ain't made a wrong decision yet. But I take life as it come, and I don't regret anything, and I stand on what it is and what happened and what will happen, and that's how firm I am within myself, and I just trust God. I just trust God. No bullshit. I thought I lost my driver's license today. Do y'all know I didn't even react? Like I was like, I guess I'll get another one. Like, no bullshit. Like bro, I just like nothing. Like, I'm so indifferent to any like level of like, you name it, because I really felt some lows in life. I've really been faced with some life changing circumstances before I was even to the age of 16. So it's hard to bother me on a spiritual level. You can bother me on a financial level, and then I still be so spiritually grounded. I say I get that money back. You can bother me on a physical level, and I say, you know what? What that scar that's on my arm, man? Which arm is it on? I don't even fucking know. Let that scar be there, man. Whatever that is, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I could scar my face. I don't give a fuck how I look, nigga. I'm so spiritually grounded. It's so hard to phase me spiritually because of how grounded I am as a person, and it don't matter against any matter, and I stand on that, and I feel so firm in that it's not even funny if y'all could really feel it through me. On the roommate's podcast, I heard two men have two boogers. One is cut off at birth, the second is cut off when you cut it yourself, symbolizing you breaking free. For real, safety, in my opinion, and I'm gonna say this one more time: safety, in my opinion, is not made for leaders. Safety is not made for leaders. And that's just a hard pill that you have to swallow. And if you cannot swallow that pill, then breaking away from the crowd. Own that fraud. I appreciate the T1 sub. And if you can't break from that crowd and stand up front and catch the smoke first, or take the hardest hit, you ain't meant to be a leader. And you need to realize that you cannot swallow that pill. And if you can't, that's all right. I feel like I need to tweet that for niggas start stealing my quote and stealing my shit. Safety is not meant for leaders. I'm about to quote myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I needed y'all to hear that. I needed y'all to hear that. Because a lot of times people talk about, risk and all that type of shit. What's the opposite of risk? You in your bag right now? Man, I just feel so centered in me. And I feel like I've been off my center for a little bit amount of time here. And I just feel so recentered. And it all stemmed from me going against my own initial decision, which was fuck school. I'm focusing on, my purpose. And I did learn a lot of like credible things, a lot of, relational things. And I just feel like everything happens for a reason. So I'm not going to sit here and say I didn't come out a better and stronger man. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's in you, there's no stopping it. You know what I'm saying? You can only get in your own way. And I got in my own way, respectfully. But like, when you just think about that. Like, you can only feel lost when you're not like. So imagine if you didn't feel lost. That means you don't care. You see what I'm saying? So lost. I feel like that's a like, after a certain age, I wouldn't say I ever felt lost. I just felt like off the path that I know is for me. Off what I know I asked God for. Off the path that I know I asked for from myself. Because that's another thing too. What are you asking of yourself? Do y'all really think about that? We always talk this motivation bullshit. And blah, blah, blah. Like, yo, you ask so much for this help from this person, or you go on social media, look for a video to motivate you, and whatever the fuck you look for. What do you ask of yourself? And watch how your body responds. I told you, I got like 3 hours of sleep last night. Woke up at 7, no alarm. Because the last thing that was on my mind that night before is I said, I literally remember just thinking like, yo, I want to get back to, getting up super early and working for the rest of the day. I had 10 a.m. on my schedule. Fuck around, I got up in 3 hours and was up the whole, took like 2 30-minute naps, like 5 hours apart the naps were. And here I am, I'm live for 4 hours and 18 minutes at 12:24 a.m. And the sleep I got in the last 48 hours is probably under 6 hours. Because I asked for it. I wanted to work more. And then, here I am. I don't even look tired. You know what I'm saying? You need more sleep, gang? Tell that to yourself. Don't tell me what I need. Respectfully. You know what I'm saying? If it impact my results, I can analyze that and tell myself that. You know what I'm saying? But be careful with telling me what I need. You know what I mean? Because if you knew what I needed, how's it working for you? Respectfully. No, but that's another advice right there. As cutthroat as this sounds, a lot of people say shit like, only take advice from someone who is in a better, or is in a position you would be in. I believe in that, but catch this. You have to know where they are that you want to be in. So, for example, one of my mentors is a financial advisor. He's also married. He's been married for like 20 years. And he's been a financial advisor for X, Y, and Z years too. So those are two categories. If I had something that I cared about, like I'm trying to be a better husband or boyfriend or something like that, I might talk to him about that. Or if I'm, the financial decision, I'm going to talk to him about it. I'm not going to ask him about drip. Like, because maybe I don't want to dress like him. I don't want to look like how he dresses. You know what I'm saying? So no, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I don't want to be where somebody is financially. or drip wise, or whatever. But I want to be where they are spiritually. I'm like, yo, I love your poise. Like, how you just always. I might ask them a question that's relevant to that, and then draw the line somewhere else. How organized somebody is. I might not like where they are in another area of their life. I like how organized you are. What do you do to organize your day? You see what I'm saying? But I need drip. You can get it from somewhere else or from yourself. Ask yourself what you want. $500K or Jay-Z dinner. I think I want to learn selling drugs. Jay-Z could teach you a lot more than selling drugs. That was actually a very disrespectful statement you just made of Jay-Z. Somebody who went from selling drugs and is a billionaire. That was actually crazy that you just said that. But what I would add to that statement is, I definitely think that 500K is the easy option. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, once you take that 500K, you could learn how to use it. You could go to somebody and say, I got $500,000 cash, bro. Like, I don't know what to do. And it'd be hard finding somebody you could trust. But, it's definitely puts you in a position. Jay-Z's advice is to take the 500K. Did Jay-Z ever make a statement on that? They gonna rob you. Who is they? Who knows that you have it? Oh, no. I know what you're saying. Excuse me. The people that, you go to, like, it could be a financial advisor. It could be a accountant. Anything. It could be anything. It's either make $1 million off 500K than make $1 million off of Jay-Z advice. Guess what, though? Depends on what position you're in. Let's say this is people don't think about. Let's say you're an artist. You're already worth $2 million, $3 million, $5 million. You want to be a billionaire. You might want to talk to Jay-Z instead of taking that 500K. And this is where people see. This is where I think a level above, like what people like to think. Because I would like to say, like, there are certain situations where the 500K is. I mean, the Jay-Z meeting is more beneficial than 500K. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if I don't need the 500K? Like, $500,000 is always $500,000. That's not what I'm saying. But maybe in my position, I would benefit from his experience and insight more than I would that 500,000, because maybe I could have talked to him and made a connection for the position I'm already in. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I mean? Because at certain levels in life that money beyond a certain point becomes useless. At that point becomes power, pure connections, networking, status, reputation. You know what I mean? That goes without saying, though, Todd. This is for regular people. No, who said it was for regular people? It's just a question. Are there questions for regular people and questions for exceptional people? You may be a regular person. So you're considering it from a standpoint of a regular person. I'm a regular person. I'm taking that 500K. I feel like I would take that up into it. Like, if I could see a situation where I might be like, all right. Right. And then what do you call regular? You talking about, he probably just talking about financial status. We ain't got to dig into it like a fucking surgeon. But, what was the question? Just because you're a regular person doesn't mean everyone is. That's what I'm saying. But I just like challenging popular thought. So that's something I would say. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm in a situation where I don't need 500K, but I need to talk to Jay-Z or somebody like him who has produced a consistent track record of results, who has taken an opportunity that many others have been given but not have become billionaires from. You see what I'm saying? So we could talk about that. Turn on the lights. Is Jay-Z not a regular person? Exactly. He's just intelligent. Intelligent. How you grow mentally every day? You know what I'm saying? Figure out where you need to grow mentally. It's like y'all ask questions that you were better off asking yourself. You can't follow what I do every day to grow mentally. You might not need what I need. I might not need what you need. You know what I'm saying? Look at yourself and get the most accurate advice you can get for who you are. You know what I mean? That's the most direct answer I can give when I think of that. For the Patreon, my only available payment method is gift cards. Should I buy the gift cards every month? Should I buy the 1 year $15 Patreon? So, how do I know what you should do, my boy? I would do it monthly because it's always an issue if I change the price of the tiers and somebody has a 1 year subscription and you can't get it refunded to a gift card. It's your skincare routine. I get your mom to just rub my face. And just, it just gets the blood flowing in my skin. It creates healthy, new cells in my skin. When you ask yourself a question, do you write it down, like journaling and shit? No, I'm gonna be honest, that's something I need to like actively do more. And that's one thing I incorporated with my like to-do list. Is like, what's it called? Like I used to leave a lot of shit down to memory. Chat, even when it comes to like shit that I learned, like I have a lot of notes. Like I have books full of notes on things. But once I feel like, for me personally, like once I know something, it's just always on command for me. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what it is. Like if it's calculus, all right, let me go review my notes. You know what I'm saying? Something involving biology or chemistry, I probably won't have to check my notes. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what level of, the subject that it goes into. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of my shit, like once I know something, I know it. Like it's just. But a lot of times with the to-do list shit, I needed to start writing shit down because it's like, yo, you got like 20 things to do today. You know what I'm saying? Knock them off one by one, and then I might add some shit to the list. Take my route. No, I was taking cell and molecular biology. By sleeping. By straight sleep. You breath of fresh air from the rest of these other follow content creators. Yeah, and I consider shit like that when I be like, yo, alright, let's collaborate in this way. And it's like some entertainment stuff. And that's cool because it's what they do. And and it's like, for what I do, I just know deep inside that's not me. What's good is John. Oh, look who it is, chat. It's the little elf, the elf on the shelf who helped make this all happen. What's good? Q3, y'all know, yours truly. You heard / use CMOS. I used to use CMOS a lot more often a long time ago. Looks so good, yeah, you should come see it. How did you come to the decision to leave school? First of all, the track that I was on, like the classes that I was taking, it was either all or nothing. You know what I'm saying? You don't just stumble into cell and molecular biology and then just be like, oh yeah, I got a whole YouTube channel. Like, no, that's some real shit, bro. Like that's some, especially at the level I was trying to take it to. I was trying to get a full ride at the next level. I told you I had my projected medical schools since I was in like my junior year of high school. I knew I had it all predicted. I had it all calculated. I said, okay, here's the statistics. Increasing population of older people and growing population of humans in general. And it was like something like by the year 2030, half of the population will be over the age of 50. I forget what it was. I forget what the specific statistic was. But they took that statistic and combined it with a decreasing amount of medical students. So I'm like, okay, increase in demand, decrease in supply. I'm like, okay, so they're going to start incentivizing or bridging the gap between becoming, a medical doctor or, et cetera. So when I looked at that and I did the research, there were actually schools already doing this and leading with initiatives. One of them was NYU. Another one was Cornell. It was a third one. which I can't think of the name of. But I had like 3 schools, and then mind you, those were like bigger schools. So when they set the initiative, other schools follow in their lead. So I already knew by the time I graduated, was trying to go to medical school, it would already be paid for. I did my whole research around that shit, dog. I had it all predicted, all lined up. That's how serious I took that shit. You know what I'm saying? Less people are going to nursing school. Did I say nursing or medical doctor? The interesting part was I thought I could become like an RN and still, go to medical school. I could, but the way that path was I would have had to take a year off, and it would have been a year of like courses to prepare for the MCAT, and I wanted to just go back to back. So that's where my first semester was nursing, and I had like a 3.7 something GPA that semester, and then instantly after that I switched to cell and molecular bio, instantly. So my second semester, third semester, fourth semester, fifth semester, like that, all that was under the pre-med shit. Favorite NFL team, the DOJOs. The ninjas. You know what I'm saying? That's my favorite NFL team. Nursing is competitive as fuck. I'm gonna be honest. They need male nurses. You know what I'm saying? So y'all know what to do. Go ahead and get in there. The major itself was very competitive. They like when I was leaving, they told me like only like 3 spots a year open up. Like it was so limited. It was so like it was such a slim window to even get in that program. And I was like, you know what I'm saying? I knew what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Somebody else was going to take it more serious. Somebody else was going to follow that path and then stick to it. You know what I'm saying? So I just knew it wasn't for me. You think you got good taste? You think good to take a break from school to take care? I'm going to be honest about that whole break thing from school. If you know yourself and you know you're going to finish, then do it. If you know that when you take a break, you ain't coming back, I feel like you should just finish. Unless it's like I feel like you should just finish. But if you like don't take a break without a plan. Like people, this is my thing. I didn't take a break from school. I focused on my business and put school to the side. And then I was like, you know what? This shit is growing so big, it outgrew my expectations. I thought I was going to have 20,000 by the end of the summer. I had 20,000 by the end of June. By the end of June. Or like the middle of June. You know what I'm saying? Like that was way beyond, like, so I had to sit here and say, okay, school got to get put to the side because I got to organize this shit. I don't have an accountant. I don't have my shit copyrighted, trademarked. You know what I'm saying? Like I saving money, organizing money. Like I knew I needed to like catch up to myself and take my time. So that's why I put school to the side. So if you're taking a break because you want to be lazy and sit at home, that's how I look at you, man. Because life ain't gonna get easier, you know what I'm saying? Where you gonna take the responsibility at? That's just how I feel about it. And so many people are like, I'm gonna take a break, I'm gonna do this and do that, and then they just be on some bullshit. So were you interested in cellular biology or took the risk because of sublime? Man, I was always interested in that shit. I told you I was doing that shit back in high school. Like my senior year, I took AP Bio, and I got a 4 on the AP exam. It also was going, bring math back, and I loved math at that point. Like I was good at trig, I was good at pre-calc, and then when I came to my first year, I finished all my maths my first year of college. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, the funny part is this is coming from my freshman year of high school. I didn't fail Algebra 1 and made a whole rebound, and then fell in love with math, and then was just good at it. Like it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I was good at math before that. And then got to high school, and I don't know, my whole transition was crazy. I just was on some bullshit. I was fighting back then. I had a lot of like shit going on, so I didn't take my academics as serious. So my last 2 years of school though, that's when I started to prepare for like medical school. Like I've been there with that. And the major of cell and molecular biology, I forgot why I chose that. I think because I was more interested in biology and in the human body. PZ6, I appreciate the 2 months, man. I feel like
Dojo to the moon, TyKwonDoe to the moon.
Because anybody in the pre-med field, you could do anything. You could be psychology pre-med, you could be political science pre-med, and then whatever. But I chose cellular molecular biology because they had biochem, they had chemistry as a major, they had all these different ones. But when I looked into cellular molecular biology, it had more classes that I liked. I remember I took a class on zoology. I love animals. You know how many random facts I know about animals? You know how many fucking, like, how much shit I learned about the skeleton, the skeletal structure of. Let's not even get into it. Let's not get into it. But I was like a geek for that shit. And the book, I still got the book for that class. That shit like this thick. And there's so many random facts. I thought that class was cool until we had a 4-hour lab. A 4-hour lab comparing the differences between, I'm talking about, dog, you name it. Like, it was like little ass things you could only see on a microscope to comparing like an eagle to an owl, a hawk. And like, we looked at a lot of animal bones, and it was deep, man. 4-hour lab, my nigga. 4-hour lab. You know what I'm saying? That's any science student dream right there. To sit in a spot for 4 hours and sit there and, you know, yeah, just be bored all day. But that lab was actually interesting because we dead ass had the animals, like, obviously dead ones. You know what I'm saying? But it was actually interesting. It was real hands on. Took physiology. I took cell physiology. And I took that like my junior year, I believe. And that was, listen, I always found a way to incorporate shit into what I want. And that's where we had a lab and I wrote a paper on fasting, and the impact of fasting on cancer rates. Those were two things I always cared about: cancer, fasting, you know, shit like that. And I always found a way to tie whatever I was learning into like those topics. Two of my friends went to high school and died this week in a car crash, and how to deal with the loss of someone close to me. Take time, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, the loss of someone is something you just can't get advice for. Like, you just literally have to process that. That's not something that I even sit here and will pretend I'm like, oh, I can magically touch you on your forehead. No, that shit gonna take time, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Especially such an abrupt death like that. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to those individuals. You said for 3-hour lab every week at 8 a.m. Oh, boy, I used to hate my morning classes. I hate morning. Like, I think I'm not a morning person until I got something to do important in the morning. And then my body will just like up. You know what I'm saying? But if I gotta wait, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I just always been a night owl. I just always been a thief in the night. You know what I'm saying? Come alive at night. Everybody sleep is quieter at night. I'm telling you, as a kid, I used to really think about this. Like, yo, if I'm up late, nobody in the house is up. I could do what the fuck I want. I could like be like. It just gave me so much. That was like the early stages of me like being a fucking introverted like loner. It's like being a night owl, because nobody was up. Nobody would bother me. Nobody would talk to me. You know what I'm saying? It just was so free. Freedom. Like being alone is so freeing to me. And y'all know some of y'all in here get lonely or bored when y'all alone. Speak for yourself, buddy. Same thing goes for being super up early. Nobody up, super quiet, no distractions. Bro, the world starts, people work 9 to 5, school starts at like 8 a.m. Like, being up early does not ensure that nobody's up and it's quiet. That's cap. I guarantee nobody gonna be up at 3 a.m. You know what I'm saying? But you know what the crazy part is? I fuck around and eat breakfast at any given time of the day. I don't give a fuck. I will eat breakfast for dinner, lunch. I'm not talking about like back to back. Like, I'm not talking about eating breakfast 3 times in one day. I'm just saying, like, I will eat breakfast at any given time of the day. I don't give a fuck what time it is. Breakfast is not a breakfast meal to me. But I can't eat dinner for breakfast. I'm trying to think, have I ever warmed up some food in the morning? I tend to eat bullshit in the morning. Like, I might fuck around and go in the fridge and, you know, I mean, I guess a fruit is not bullshit. But I'm telling you, like, I'm like a light eater when it comes to breakfast. I used to, for my whole life as a kid, any of my parents, any grandparents can tell you this. When it comes to eating in the morning, I would not eat, dog. Like, for some reason, like, my stomach just would not eat food in the morning. And it always kept me at like a very low weight. Because I hated eating early in the morning. I would never like eating, no matter what it was, no matter what you made that morning. I just didn't like eating early in the morning. I'm a little bit different like that now. I'm a little bit different from that now. But I used to hate eating early in the morning like that, bro. Eggs. I just said it didn't matter what it was. This person's gonna name a specific, like the main thing that people eat during breakfast. Mind you, I love eggs. Some good cheese eggs. I used to be a heavy omelet dude. Like boy, my omelets would go crazy. I used to stuff the shit out of my omelets, chop shit up, flip it, turn it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to be heavy on the omelet tip. Then your stomach didn't hurt after. No bullshit. When you get used to not eating a certain amount of times of the day, it just becomes normal. Stop trying to send a link of a beat. This is no promo here. Please relax. Why does this get the copy and paste like 10 times? What the hell? Is Grim trying to spam that shit? The fuck, you about to get timed out, nigga. What the hell? Why am I seeing this message on the end of my screen? Why do people say breakfast is the most important meal of the day? Probably because that's when your body is the most deprived of nutrients. You just spent the whole night fasting, so you must now break fast. Pretty obvious answer for you right there, my boy. Very important to wake up and drink water. You know, we can go on and on and on. I just ran through my third water bottle, bro. I'm over here. I ain't gonna lie. I'm holding this shit down. 7 a.m. here, getting no sleep, zombie mode on. It's actually more healthy if you not eat breakfast. When it comes to health, you gotta realize there's always some article that says this is the new truth, and then this is the new truth, and then this is the new truth, and then this is the new truth. This one may say when you working out in the gym, don't eat carbs, and this one may say don't go medium protein and high carbs, and it's always something with them joints, bro. Shout out to Thomas, man. Shout out to Thomas. It feels like a troll for you to just come in my chat and your first chat message is that. I don't know why that just seems like a troll to me. And then this next person that came in the chat was a possible ban evader, like I banned you before. Benefit of the doubt, right? I say it anyway because that's a serious thing. You know what I'm saying? Asian people drink hot water, like just hot water. I heard in the morning. This nigga said I heard. Who told you that? I don't know why. What the fuck? You know, milk not supposed to be cold. Since we're talking about the temperature of beverages, milk is not supposed to be cold. Oh shit, who said that? What the fuck is he talking about? You wanted me to go to a lot of streamers, make enough wishes, make them go away. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate I get to play a part in the process. Warm milk is ass. I didn't say whether it was taste good or better or worse. I'm just saying, like, you think about it. If you were breastfeeding from your mother, what temperature would the milk be? And what animal drinks another animal's milk? Do we really want to talk about these things? Future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Roosevelt, W right there. Got a reaction tonight. We did react to the Dr. Umar video. I already have my alarm set for tomorrow morning. Gay son or thought daughter. Accepting parent. Keep it in the fridge and warm it up. Yeah, exactly. Don't just leave your milk out. It's gonna spoil faster. This dude just asked me what's my thoughts on eating snacks. What will my opinion change that what you do with snacks? I'm really curious when y'all ask these kind of questions. What does that mean? I really don't get that kind of question. You want me to tell you when to eat? Or how often to eat? Any foods you refuse to eat from a health/nutrition standpoint? I see a lot of bullshit refused. There are a lot of foods I just don't eat. Gabe, not bad. I appreciate the T1 sub. There are a lot of foods I just don't eat. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't eat white rice. What else, man? I can't even think about it. But like I just don't like it. It's just a lot of foods that's not a part of my diet. Just because I just don't eat them. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just don't. Like I don't know. I'm typically I'm like a picky eater. What I like is what I like. I like trying new foods, but it's like, you know, it's like I don't eat a lot of different things that often. Religion-wise, what do you believe in? I'm of no affiliation of any religion. I grew up with around too many different religions, and then I started studying too many different religions later in life. You know what I'm saying? Should I drink this water right now or in 5 minutes? Thoughts on oxygen. Oxygen kills us over time. That's my thoughts on oxygen. You want to hear something about that? So I'm getting baptized tomorrow. One question is, when did you start following Jesus? I took AP World in high school, and it left me not wanting to believe in any religion. Yeah, because you probably found out about how many religions were scattered, and, you know, I forget what the word I'm looking for. What do they call them? People who go to places. Missionaries have, you know, went to certain countries and said, okay, you know, do this and believe in this. And our religion has been really weaponized. Thought some red meat. I'm not one of those red meat guys. I know people be doing that shit. That's not me. That's not me personally. Tell it what about you, just so you can get just. Might just play some little vibey shit in the background, man. Just run that back. I seen like a little bit of that. He called me while he was doing the 3-man, and I was setting up the whole room and shit like that. That's why I wasn't live yesterday. She said thoughts on TyKwonDoe. She loves his mom's boyfriend's daughter. That's not as hard as y'all think it is. Especially if she easy peasy, lemon squeezy. But when he called me here, it showed me like the girls had broke something and like left it on the floor, or like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Just seemed like some weird atmosphere, and they looked young. Like they look like kids to me, like little ass girls. Did you ever do a 24-hour stream? I've did 2 before. I'm gonna only do it if the little elf agree to do it with me. No, I'm fucking with y'all. Don't quote me on that. Do not quote me on that. Thoughts on fat nigga season. What the hell is that? A chick, dad, and dog jumped me. Oh yeah, y'all remember we read a comment and the nigga was talking about doing that, or the story time that he said. Should do a Discord confessions. How Donnie get woman to like how Donnie get woman to like me? First of all, you sound like a loser. Why would somebody like somebody who's asking to be liked? You ask yourself, think of one person you've liked in your life, and did they ask you to like them? Come on, man. Come on, man. Steve never moved for 1 second. You fake Hollywood, man. You fake Hollywood. No, we you know, behind the scenes, I love that. Silence, moving silence like the letter K in the word night. You know what I'm saying? Like the fucking letter H in the word ghost. You know what I'm saying? First of all, Ted, do y'all think I like y'all? Be honest, chat. Do I have a reason to? No, I'm fucking with y'all. No, right. No, I don't like y'all, chat. I love y'all, man. Like, real shit. This is no bullshit. This is enough for me. This is enough for me. And you can ask anybody this. I've been saying this since day one, since we had 7 viewers, 40 viewers, 200, 400, 2,000, or whatever. I always said, I ranked it like this. YouTube is cool, YouTube, blah, blah, blah. But after YouTube, it's probably like DMs and then, you know, whatever. But I always put Twitch above the other apps, only primarily because Twitch was the most direct to me. But I said above Twitch was one-on-one calls. But like it's just so live. It's just so back and forth. I get to be here. You know how so many people try to put this barrier or this wall up, and it's like, oh, I got, you know, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Like, no, nigga, I'm here. I'm outside, nigga. I'm right here, nigga. You know what I'm saying? We active. You know what I'm saying? I feel like most of the bonding come from Twitch. How do I code approach? Well, you want to take your jacket off first. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you get a nice chill going. Vibes always high in the dojo, man. Chat, let her know. Let her know, man. 444 viewers. Know what time it is. No. I remember Milk Chick said, Tyler's like someone dad. That's funny as shit. I don't even remember that, but that's just so funny as shit. Advice for connecting yourself. Talk to yourself, bro. Real shit. Like, voice those things that's been on your mind and in your head that you probably been ignoring. Debate that shit. Where can I fix my masculine frame? You might want to go to the masculine mechanic. Yo, that was one of the funniest shits I ever heard of when I came to the internet. A masculine frame. A frame. A frame. Like a frame. Dad joke. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. It was a great dad joke. I make myself laugh all the time. Thoughts on anxiety? Sounds like an excuse for somebody weak to be worried about the future. You know, me, I attack things head on. And I live in the moment because I'm just so fucking tough. You know what I mean? That's just my mentality. Me personally. A nigga like me? I know we shit talking. Thoughts on Jenna Ortega? Another overhyped Caucasian woman. I just tend not to like white women in general. They can be pretty, but I definitely don't see it this time. I really just don't see it, man. You know what I'm saying? I just don't see it at all. Discord calls. I'm not even supposed to be here, nigga. I'm not even supposed to be here. Thoughts on Spider-Man and Zendaya? Tom Holland? Call my nigga Spider-Man. I don't know. I don't care. I don't think much. I heard they getting married or something like that. It just must be nice to get taken out of the game. You know what I'm saying? It just must be nice to to get a woman who just cares about you and just y'all could just build together. It just must be so nice, chat. And to still make mid movies. You know what I'm saying? Them guys in there so mid. Slow down on the Zendaya slander. Slow down on the Zendaya slander. Slow your rolls. Slow your rolls. Next Patreon upload. Actually, this next Patreon upload gonna be a deep video. As y'all know, Patreon videos are always much deeper than, you know, YouTube content. But you know, I was thinking of something like just a sneak peek at the spiritual opportunity and negative emotions. Don't that just sound deep? Don't that just sound good? Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Niggas ain't ready for that one. Niggas ain't ready for that one. What you rank? Beyonce, Rihanna, and Nicki? Mid, and then I would put mid next, and then I would put mid. No, I'm fucking with y'all. I know for a fact the nigga is folding if he see Jenna Ortega in real life. No woman in my life has ever made me fold in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see looks. Y'all be so hype on a woman's looks. A woman could be physically attractive and become so ugly to me. On certain things. Like, I've never been able to reverse my brain out of that. Like, no bullshit. It's just how I think. Tony fucks Mark Henry's confirmed. I guarantee you my worst body looks better than your best body. Come on, play with somebody safe. The concept of making a man forward is blasphemy to me. I mean, I saw that video of Janae Aiko staring at the reporter. That nigga started stuttering. You know, Chad just seen you make it before. That's probably some troll shit. Like, I'm gonna be honest, it probably was some troll shit. Straight trolling. You gotta look behind the beauty. Come on, man. Y'all know what we talk about here. Like for real, bro, no bullshit. A woman can't even be a certain amount of pretty in my eyes. See, niggas like the narrative, looks. What is so impressive about just right there, like, damn, that's a beautiful woman. It's so much more boom to me, right? When it's like, I fuck with that woman. You know what I'm saying? That just make her 10 times sexier to me. Cause I actually want her. It's like, all right, I want to please her. I want to make her happy. I want to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just, with all that substance behind it, it just makes her look 10 times better than me. Vice versa, she could be on just a scale of just looks alone. Boom, whatever type it is, it could be. She's perfect in every way. And there's something disgusting about her to me. It ain't no getting over it. That's all I'm going to say. Good looking chick, ugly personality. I didn't even say the personality. Like, I feel like I have an open mind when it comes to personalities. I feel like one of the most major turnoffs I would probably have with a woman is if she is like, I'll give an example, right? Like, my standard of a woman I would actually take serious is so high, I'm not even trolling. Like, it's actually bad. It's bad. Because a lot of times, let me just be honest, like, I don't feel like I have any trouble getting women ever, period. But a lot of times, it's the substance. It's the purpose. It's the lack of that I'll be like, all right, I'm bored. You know what I'm saying? Just speaking blatantly, like, I'm bored. You know what I'm saying? Like, how, like, because I'm not a surface level kind of man. So it's like, okay, sex, ugh. It's like, okay, fat ass, ugh. It's like, okay, cooking, ugh. Like, these are complimentary to me, obviously, right? But it's just not how I live my life. It's just not the things I care about on a day-to-day basis that I'm really immersed in thought. Like, it's just what I see as a man and the value of a human being I would choose to be connected to. For example, a lot of my friendships have the strength that they have because of, like, like, just based on pure loyalty. That outweighs any other value I could probably get from them. Whether it be me borrowing money or, like, them doing me favors. It's just pure loyalty. I know their character solid. I know their honor is credible. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I can, like, if push came to shove, I'm like, all right, I already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I think as a person. Fast forward, that standard, I see an example like Tony Robbins. I see an example like Steve Irwin. You got Steve Irwin loving animals. His wife in the trenches with him, helping him flip rhinos. If my bitch ain't gonna help me flip rhinos, that ain't my bitch, man. She can't be. She can't be. You know what I'm saying? If she ain't out there in the jungle with me, you know what I'm saying? I find that so admirable. Like a purpose-driven and connected relationship. You know what I'm saying? Cause y'all gotta realize I don't really date like the average man dates. I don't be on Tinder and social media swiping like, damn, who this bitch? Like, damn, who that? I don't like using social media like that at all. And and then it's the whole date thing. I talked about like I don't do dates. It's not like I'm like, oh, I ain't spending my money on no girl. I don't want to take her nowhere. Blah blah blah. It's just like, in my head, the way I see it is, why would I spend money to spend time with you? And I can't even enjoy your presence for free. And then also this, I told y'all, if a woman likes you, you do not have to use a date. A lot of y'all use dates in order to see these women. When in reality, nigga, she will go see you in the back of a dumpster. She'll go see you in a fucking alleyway with, I'm probably exaggerating here, with rats and roaches. Just because you're going to be there. You know what I'm saying? That's the real quality. She know I don't care where we go or what we do. We going to have a good time, or I'm going to enjoy myself, or I'm going to be in my safe space. I'm going to, have fun, or etc. So she don't care where y'all go and where y'all do it. You know what I'm saying? And and that's something that I knew. So that's why I tell y'all, I'm like, I don't go on dates, but it's not like some spiting. It's not like I'm attacking women. Like, no, you don't just. But it's like, yo, on some real shit. Like, if I cannot even enjoy your presence for free, why am I now losing money, time, and energy? That's too many L's for me. I gotta see if I like you first. I gotta see if I can spend some time with you. And then, at most what I used to do is a movie theater. Like, just because I genuinely love going to the movies. But in high school, I ain't had no free crib. I had to make the most of what I had. Bam. Tickets used to be like $10 a piece, $20, $25. That's 2 tickets. A little snacky snack, and a good time. You know what I'm saying? You can't talk at a movie, though. Says who? Says who? Don't tell me what I can't do, because I've done it. Check. Who says you can't talk in a movie? Here y'all go. Movie is an L date, in my opinion. No talking. Who? Do y'all literally not talk during movies? You tripping. If I got something to say, I'm all in your ear. Because y'all sitting next to each other. You don't have to fucking yell. You ain't got to disrupt the theater or nothing like that. I ain't saying do all that. But if we having a conversation, I'm damn sure talking in the movie. Probably already, laid up close or something like that. It's not hard. I act like it's impossible to talk during a movie. You can talk, but it's less. Shit, maybe y'all just don't be talking about nothing. Me, personally, best believe I'm going to get the mouthpiece going. Me, personally. Speak for yourselves. Best believe I'm going to get the mouthpiece going anywhere, any given time. Probably except like a party. I feel like parties, like super loud parties, I feel like that's the only difficult place to really get a conversation off. Music loud as fuck. People bumping and move. Like those is but then you can even move though. Like, all right, let's walk over here. So even that's manageable. But it depends. Depends. See, y'all niggas don't know how to use your voice, man. Get up in somebody's ear like, man, like, man, don't even get me started. Talking during a movie is crazy. I must be insane then. I must have lost my mind, my brother. I never even considered myself a mentally stable person. No, that's a crazy statement. But you know what I'm saying? You saying talking to a movie theater is crazy. I must be the Joker then. I must be the Joker. How do I build the mouthpiece? I feel like you gotta fall in love with the mouthpiece in order to build it. Cause a lot of y'all just don't like talking. Wow, boy, I'm gonna tell you. Like, a lot of y'all be saying a whole lot of nothing. What you doing? 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 Remember I told y'all, I said you could search my phone. All 3 phones I got. I only use 2, right? But the old one, it has like a lot of saved up years of stuff on that motherfucker. You can count, I can count on one hand how many times I probably ever have texted a woman in my fucking career. What you doing? What the hell is the point of saying what you doing? If that is not followed by here I come, why are you saying it? That whole what you like, bro. I've never been one of them what you doing kind of niggas. Ever in my life. Ever. It's just like if you ain't moving nowhere with the statement, then don't say it. You know what I'm saying? Because either put your foot down or don't say nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? Where y'all energy at? You know what I'm saying? Put your foot down. See, y'all gotta realize, anytime you talk to a woman, right? It's especially she decent, she bad, and you late to the game, she got a roster. She got multiple niggas texting her all day. Be different, gang. Give her butterflies. Give her that damn when the next move happening. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I've been. I'm not a texter, period. Anyway, but I'm just saying, like, you come to her situation, she got already like 5, 10 niggas. Even listen, I bet y'all find the ugliest woman on the planet. She at least got 2 niggas that want her time and attention. You know what I'm saying? And I'll tell you, it's not even a competition. I don't even consider it competing. I don't even view it as competing. I just view it as like what she like. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? She like what she like. It's not competition when you stand out. Cause it's the other niggas is just doing a whole lot of nothing. Now, am I right or wrong? Am I right or wrong? Like I said, they defend the sides. That's the liars. That's the manipulators. They defend the back. That's the niggas that try to lead with their money, lead with compliments, and I'ma just, try to use everything to make you feel good. They never lock the front door. The men of substance, the men of action, the men of purpose and principle. There's no, they don't even like, goddamn. There's no defense for it. Used to blocking them sides and guarding the back. You know what I'm saying? I had people that seen that clip on TikTok and was like, yo, this clip out of context sound crazy, but it's like, it's facts. It's facts. You know what I'm saying? Mikey Michelson with the big 8 months. I appreciate it, my G. Shout out to the motherfucking subs today, man.
What you know about Iron Maiden, my good sir? A guy with class.
Come on, brother. Come on, brother. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even see the back of the hood. The back of the hood is gas. Statement is so true. I'm telling y'all, man. You win every time. Cause a lot of these dudes, they don't have no value outside of a good dick. And then guess what? They only stay on that. They don't even have great sex. It's levels to this shit. Oh, good dick. But you don't know what great sex is. We talking about, yo, listen, bro, we could get started. We can get into it. It's not even fair. I'm telling you, it's not even fair. No one when you really get all the Infinity Stones, bro, it's just not even fair. It's not even fair. The way you see it, because it's like, all right, I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, again, like I said, especially if she pretty, especially if she got a body, 95% of the men she gonna come across is going that for them. That's already enough. For me, might catch my attention, and that's attention span might be short. So we already got it. Like, what's going on here? What's going on between these ears, right? So then on top of that, the whole approach, my whole mentality, my whole organization to it is different, completely different from the average nigga she gonna try to mess with or talk to, right? And then on top of that, top virgin. Yeah, I'm a virgin. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be out here fucking, man. Fuck wrong with y'all? Y'all think I'll be out here fucking? And look at this. He just asked a grown ass man, do you be fucking? I don't know, bro. Ask your grandma. The fuck, bro? Ask your grandma. See what she say. I guess we gonna wait for the ads then. I really need to end the stream though. No bullshit in chat. We gonna fuck up the money for Patreon tomorrow. Hold on. I got my alarm set for 8. That's about right. Of course, you know me. You know me too well. Like, right on point. Them tired of grandma's not safe. Hell no. But what was I saying, chat? Is the ads done? You gotta let me know when the ads is done. Look at TyKwonDoe. He likes older women. Y'all already knowing, man. She gotta be 400 plus pounds. And she needs some wrinkles, man. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't 400 pounds, it ain't coming around. Tying a drought. Y'all see how desperate niggas be for sex? The lack of sex is called a drought. Do y'all see this shit? Do y'all see this shit? F-250 4x4 deluxe, you a truck driver. Yo. No, but listen, like, have I ever in my life, have y'all ever in my life heard me say I'm on a drought? Like, think about how desperate that is. Niggas used to say that during high school and all that. Damn, sisters, I'm on a drought. I'm on a drought. A drought? Bitch. Be damned if I'm hurting for something. But listen. Where was I at, Chaz? The ad's done? Thoughts on virgin men mostly. Why do you care about my thoughts on virgin men? Like, a drought is crazy. A drought mean like you can't get none. Like you desperately like in lack of something. That's live asking most obvious questions. I probably didn't see it. No bullshit. Or did I see what I was wasn't? The dumbest questions. Just the dumbest questions. Like, was I saying like substance? Or the point I was about to make though. 9 times out of 10. Guess what? Y'all be thinking, oh, she bad, she pretty, she got a lot of clout. That she's harder to get. That's cap. Because guess what? 99% of men is going to look at that woman and see the same thing. They do not see anything more than her clout or her looks. They don't see nothing beyond that. And then they already see that, and then they predict what they think they have to do to get her. That just eliminated 99% of your competition because they're not going to have substance. They're not even considering adding any value to their lives or considering, could she add any value to mine? You just move different when your mentality is like that. You deal with her different. You talk to her different. You see her differently. And when I say see her, I don't even mean physically see her. I mean like see her and like as a person, like embrace her, the sides of her, which more to her. Now you could be a nigga out here that's just trying to fuck. If so, we call y'all the Justins. If you wanted a Justins, go be a Justin. You know what I'm saying? We in the dojo. We do a thing a little bit different here. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot more that comes with, just the sex. But back to my main point, though. We go into some shit. We talking about, like, all right, that's 99% of competition. She pretty. Now, she could be gullible to fool herself. Like, okay, this roster of men and then this guy is, like, equated to the same type of man. But it's night and day. It's night and day. Because at the end of the day, they're going to be, damn, I'm doing whatever I'm doing to fuck. And as y'all know, Steve the Dean has kind. I'm showing you why you should fuck me. You did. It's just a whole different maneuvering. But to get to my main point, she has 9 times out of 10 not come across a man who has actually said, you know what? I'm going to leave you better than I found you if we ever stop talking, whatever the case may be, right? You're going to be left off better than before we met. You actually going to have some value added to your life. And if I see something, I'm going to correct it. You know what I'm saying? If I see something that could be added, that could be supplemented, some guidance or some leadership, it could be, I'm gonna do that because that's my responsibility as a man. We talked about this whole provider thing, and everybody think providing is just financial. Nah. Providing has to do with insight. Providing has to do with guidance. Providing has to do with wisdom. Providing has to do with influence. You know what I'm saying? A lot of men forget that. And they say, I'm going to lead with my money. I'm going to lead with my looks. I'm going to lead with my status. I'm going to lead with, whatever the fuck the case may be on a superficial level. And, this is the thing that I tell you, though. Like I said, when you get game, you can get more women, but you want less. And by less, I don't mean like 7 is less than 9. But by less, I mean like your quality or your standard or your expectation just went up higher. And you realize, and if you're really about the game, if that expectation or standard is not met, by all means, sis, have a nice life. You know what I'm saying? Please find a man that better suits you because it is not me. You know what I'm saying? and enjoy your life. And that's just, you know, you dismiss it and then you just keep going. If you're really about the game. Men value virgin women, not the other way around in society, I feel. Me personally, I took a couple women's virginities, but I ain't never been under the whole boat of like, oh my God, a virgin is the cream of the crop. At this point in my life, I need her with some experience. I need her with some experience. I need her with some experience. Some, you know what I'm saying? I need, because you gotta be able to compare it to something. Like, I cannot at this point in my life, I cannot be a woman's first body. It would be doing her so wrong. Because guess what? If we never talk again, the bar is set so high. So high. It's not fair. So you gotta have some experience to be able to relatively compare what niggas are doing out here versus what gets done in here. If she don't have no like relative comparison, she not even gonna realize until after the fact and like, damn. Like niggas come fast. Like, damn, like I ain't even having no orgasms. Or goddamn, like I ain't even, you know what I'm saying? Like it just wouldn't be fair. So I need you a little bit of, like, you niggas got even a little bit. I ain't saying 50 body count me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying none of that. Come with 30 or 20 or 55 or 100. You know what I'm saying? To each their own. But I'm just saying, like, just a little something. A little something. You know, obviously women can be taught. You know what I'm saying? You be patient. You know what I'm saying? But it just wouldn't be fair. It's not fair, bro. It's just not fair. It'd be like going from the NBA and making $10 million a year, and then you got to work at McDonald's. You would never be able to go back and work at McDonald's. You just wouldn't be able to. That's how I see it. Doesn't it turn you off if she was having one night stands with zero value dudes? I mean, again, this is before she met me, so her standard. She might not even have a certain standard of a man. Her expectations of a man may be low. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing too. A woman can meet you. You could change her entire outlook or expectation of a man. I feel like what would be corny is if I mess with a woman and she lowers her like. I mean, obviously the bar is gonna be set high. Humbly speaking, just knowing myself. And she messes with a nigga who misrepresents. You know what I'm saying? That's embarrassing to me. That's very embarrassing. The best word I could choose is embarrassing. Like, dang, you gonna fuck with a cornball? Like, what the fuck? That's embarrassing to me. We'll mention ego now. Like, it's pure ego right there. It's embarrassing, bro. Material 3 or less, respectfully. ITR material. I don't know what you just meant by that. And it'd be yourself. She shouldn't fuck with you. It's her loss. No, we were talking about, like, you know, whatever the case may be. You're saying after y'all are done, right? Exactly. But it probably that's very unlikely because 9 times out of 10, like the comparison, and this is where Steve be telling y'all niggas like, oh, you know, she go on dates or she keeps options or whatever. Those options only push her back to you because then she's realized like these niggas is lame as fuck. Like she will realize on her own like this shit corny as hell out here. Like you ain't even gotta you don't force. You don't try to make nobody like you. You don't try to do nothing. You just be who you are. And if you corny, if you one of them lame niggas, I'm sorry to say that for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. But you know what I'm saying? Your standard speaks for itself. It has nothing to do with even trying to compare yourself or compete. It just is what it is. The whole time it could be a whole nother nigga up in the game on you. You don't even know. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. And at that point, that wouldn't be none of my business. That would just be like, you know, whatever you recognize as value is what you recognize. You know what I'm saying? Go enjoy your life. You know what I mean? Some of them options you're gonna fuck before she comes back to you though. Why do you think like that? Do y'all not know some women be loyal during the talking stage? This nigga just said some of them options gonna fuck before she come back to you. This wasn't even assuming that she left. This was like assuming like we're not exclusive. You know what I'm saying? What a lot of y'all niggas start doing is y'all start being controlling. Don't do this. Don't go here. Don't do that. What's that? Why your phone ring? What is that? It's a whole fucking headache. Who want to be like that, bro? Who want to? I told y'all niggas, bro. Like it's a whole. I don't even want to be on a chick back like that because that's like who want that added stress in life? Not Ty. Not Ty. Like if at this point if I gotta live in a constant state of insecurity and skepticism, I don't even want to be with you. Because you taken away. If I'm literally with somebody and I have to question everything, second guess, study this and investigate this, I gotta become a whole fucking private investigator and detective. I wouldn't want to be with them. Because you know why? It's a choice to be with them. So why would I choose to be with something or someone or in a situation that is taking away from me mentally? It's not a choice I would make. Or everything I love is not a choice I would make ever in my life, or have ever made. And it no matter how much emotion is invested or not invested, I've never been one to just sit there and like just fuck no. If she cheats, she would cheat if you were controlling her anyways. No. If she cheats, she would cheat if you were controlling her anyways. No. Yes, exactly. This is what y'all don't understand when we now look at these situations like this guy got cheated on and he did everything for her. First of all, a cheater is a cheater. A cheater is a cheater. It don't matter if he did less for her or even more. A cheater is a cheater. It has less to do with what the person was expecting or doing in return as everything to do with the other person's morality. If that person has no morals, then they just have no morals. Because at the foundation of the principle, a cheater is a liar. A cheater is a person who, lies. So listen, and this is real life. There are some women who will leave their man before they ever cheat on him. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just against their morals. You know what I mean? Why do you make that face? No control them. I want her to. No, real shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? A cheater's a cheater. Cheater gonna cheat. It don't matter what you do or what you don't do. They're a cheater. You could do with the red pill mentality. What's the red pill mentality? Oh, and this is where niggas ask these dumbass questions like, Drake come around your girl, she fucking. It's like assuming she has a price. It's like assuming like. It's like you would look at like it's just assuming that the person's morals has a price to it. Hearing this after you said you cheat. Who the fuck says they cheat? I ain't never said I fucking cheat. No, but when Drake show up, exactly that scenario that they use. But when Drake show up, then in that case it wasn't even about whether or not. See, that selective morals is terrible. Selective morals is crazy. Selective morals is crazy. Chick having her so don't phase a nigga from the dojo. It shouldn't, man. It should. It should. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, may the best man win. And for y'all know what I tell y'all always, like, me personally, the way my life is oriented, I wouldn't have a relationship in my like top 5 priorities in life until I'm thinking like, mother of my child, or marriage, or something like that, like God, family, mental health, community, financial freedom, physical health. You know what I'm saying? Like I can go on and on and on a list of things. Y'all be putting too much into like. Y'all be putting too much into like random dating. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that has to be that level of seriousness has to be like earned, bro. On any level, like you got these like no bullshit. I didn't even know niggas move like this until I started coaching people. Dude knew the girl for 1 month. That was his girlfriend by like month 2, and they might have moved together by month 5. Boy, I tell you. Whoa, ho, ho. Boy, I tell you. Boy, I tell you. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then they be wondering why these situations last less than 2 years. You didn't even take the time to actually like filter out the bullshit. Or I bet you ain't get on the same page as that person. You ain't really discussed like, all right, here's what this is leading towards. You know what I'm saying? Not fucking with the 5-month trial. 5 months is crazy, bro. I mean, you can get a lot done with 5 months. Like don't get me wrong, but even still, moving in 5 months is crazy to me. Zinska, I appreciate the 5 months. And then we got a 5-month sub. And then we get a 5-month sub. I guess 5 just a lucky number, man. You know what I'm saying? It's 1:35 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? How to not be the nice guy. What's wrong with being a nice guy? I'm a nice guy. I'm a very gentle person. I'm a very nice guy. I have great manners. So when they talk about this nice guy's finished last bullshit, I don't know who they was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Meeting post called. I still gotta make the post. I was supposed to make the post before I went live, and I fuck around and went live. I was a dickhead. Watch your dick suckers, boy. Stream 5 hours too. That's what I'm saying. That's because we just chatting about some real shit. Like this, how these streams be. We could just sit there and talk. Where's Steve when uppity need him? 5 months is crazy. And it's Saturday, so I know a lot of y'all could be up at this time. Other than like a weekday. You could be a nice guy with morals. I think it's just about having boundaries. Like, I'm nice, but you don't even get to see certain sides of my niceness. Like, for example, if me and my homies was out anywhere, I would like, all right, I'll pay for it. Like, without a question. And I wouldn't even sit there and be like, oh, you owe me $13.09. Like we don't move like that. But I wouldn't just do that for a person I met the same day. So like I'm nice. I do genuine things for people. But like I can probably count on one hand how many people that have access to that. I feel like these whole nice guys, they just give out everything that they have so fast, so easily used. Yo, I seen a TikTok, right? Somebody sent, and it was a dude said his girl wanted to go to Dallas, I think it was, and he took her out there on a trip, had like a surprise gift for her. Should I try to find the TikTok? More of the story. I know it's in a group chat somewhere. Hold on. More of the story. She ended up like going out there to see another guy, and I'm like, bro. Either these chicks or these women is like getting sharp and finessing the fuck out of y'all, or y'all niggas just stupid. I don't know which one it is. Like either y'all stupid or they just good finessers. Or they getting better at finessing. I'm like, this shit blew my mind when I seen this post. Hold on. Alright, look. That shit loud as fuck. Hold on. Why you wanna hurt nobody?
Hey,
So it say, so my girlfriend wanted to go to Vegas. I don't know why the fuck I said Dallas. It was Vegas.
Hey. Yeah.
Booked the flight. Do some shopping for a surprise. He had gifts for her and all that.
Dipping out on me already.
Took her on a date. Benihana date.
Wanted to see her
And this probably what?
friend, so I dropped her.
I think that's is this a Benz? Can y'all tell? That's a Benz, right?
To see her friend, so I dropped her.
No, I don't think that's the Benz. Benz got the fans. Benz got the fans. I don't see the fans, chat. Motor Story, nice car.
Thought it would be perfect for me to set up the gift.
Talking about she wasn't responding. Babe, when you plan on being back? She said, I'll let you know. Yo, it's been 2 hours. I got something for you. It says, I think her name is Anaya. Araya. Yo, you good? Call me back, bruh. Then her friend texted him, check my close friends right now. Call me. Need to answer the motherfucking phone. Tell Aaliyah. Oh, it's Aaliyah. I don't know why I read it right. Aaliyah, call me, dog. What the fuck is y'all on? Shaking my head. Hold on. No, y'all got me fucked up. And it says, Bestie got you a free flight to your new man. In Vegas, bro. I seen that. I was like, the fuck going on out here, man? Fake video. I would hope it is, man. I would hope it is. I tell you, I would hope it is. I would damn sure hope it is a fake video. You know what I'm saying? Gotta be fake. I pray it's fake. DOJO 13 with the Twitch Prime sub, baby. Respect to the friend telling him to check the close friends. Yeah, people had a couple debates about that. They said it was either because the friend didn't like him, or, you know, the friend told the girl not to do it and she did it anyway. But you hyping her up and your close friend. I don't know. I don't give a fuck what her motive of telling him was. But at least he found out. You know what I'm saying? Fuck around, though, and she'll be probably able to finesse her way back into his life. Oh, my God. He lost when she was driving. Yo, you talking about he lost when she was driving. Is this something wrong with getting driven around by your chick? Me personally, I don't give a fuck where, I don't give a fuck how far are we going. I just personally like to drive. Like, driving is therapeutic for me. I don't even look at it as some, like, passenger prince. Like, I don't even look at it like that. I don't give a fuck who's going, where we're going, and how many cars we're bringing. I'm bringing my car, because guess what? I gotta be able to leave when I want to leave, and you know what I'm saying. And I like driving. Like, driving is just therapeutic for me. Like, I would just go on late night drives. Like, I fucking around in stream and go get some food. You know what I'm saying? Because I know this shawarma place be open until like 3 o'clock on Saturdays. You know what I'm saying? I fucking around, go spin the block, go get some food. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just like driving at night. You know what I'm saying? Eating the wheel, just like driving just be therapeutic to me. So I just like driving, bro. I love to drive around. No bullshit. She's my personal chauffeur. But I tell you what, not many people could drive my car anyway. That shit a manual. Not a lot of people know how to drive a stick shift. But it do feel good to get driven around every once in a while. Most of the time, though, since I got my first wheel ever, bro, I just genuinely like driving. So I just got questions, so I want to resell. Why you asking me about reselling these goddamn shoes, boy? He said, fuck it, and bought the shoes for $320 and sold it to him for $170 and lost bread. He still ain't paid me back. So you lost $320. Goofball. For like, bro, respect me enough to do what he would pay me back. I was did that thing of cutting bro off. And if you want the most peaceful option, cut that person off and get your shoes back. Just, you know, that's peaceful. You ain't got to put your hands on nobody, nothing like that. But, you know, there's other ways to solve this issue, which I will not mention on Twitch. You should do date breakdowns to does the shoe fit. I used to do them like a while ago. How can dudes avoid that? Some women play the part so well. Avoid what? Like avoid flying her out and not realizing she went to go see another nigga? I'm starting to think y'all have never had a woman genuinely like you. Do y'all know when a woman like really likes you, bro? Like nigga, she will try to live in your skin. Like nigga, for that trip, she would not even have wanted to leave him for 2 hours on a vacation, a couple vacation. That would already been my first red flag. Unless she got family down there, but then again, her family is like my family. If this really my girl, you know what I'm saying? Like really think about it, bro. Like a chick really like you, bro. She not gonna go somewhere with you and then be spending hours away from you. That don't even make sense to me. Number one. Then another one. What else would I would say? I feel like if he genuinely took the time to get to know her character and her morals, he would probably be able to like see something slip that might have been a flaw in principle, but not as big as cheating. For example, when I sat there and said, you know what, I ain't on some lying to woman shit no more. What you also notice is I also maintain long-term relationships in my life in general. My friends, we've known each other for years, no problems, no beef, no none of that shit. Family members, we on good terms. Like I lived with my dad when my dad came into my life. You know, so I lived with him for years. I can count how many hands we had an argument because when it comes to certain principles, we don't disagree. So, like the trash could be sitting in there, and out of just genuine morals, like I'm gonna take the trash out if I see it sitting there. I'm not gonna wait for him to do it. That's a principle thing. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like, so when people do little shit like that, like if they can't do some little shit, they can't. I'm not gonna sit here and expect them to watch my back. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you couldn't even like, I don't know if this makes sense, but like I feel like I should feel like y'all should understand that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should just. I feel like that just should make sense. Taking the trash, that's a simple one. Like, but the fact that I would do it without like him asking me, and just do it. You know what I'm saying? Without sitting here considering, did I take it out last time? Did I wash the dishes the last time? Or did I, like, you know what I'm saying? Tit for tat. Like, that's kind of weird to me. Like morals don't work like that. Like, you know, if I fuck with you, if I got you, I got you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'll just look out, and you might not even know I looked out for you. For example, another thing I make sure I don't do. I don't bad talk somebody in their absence. Like, that just feels weird to me. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? Some action might be getting discussed, like this happened and then this happened. That's not the same as being like a hater, like having a conversation of like a hater, like some negative ass energy. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Philly. Was the blueprint to our females. I mean, bro, I'm gonna keep it being like I don't treat no woman different. Like, I don't give a fuck if she's 32, 19, from Philly, from Europe, from fucking like. When you become a certain quality of man, like a certain, I don't mean quality financial status or none of that shit. I mean like just like how you move as a man. Women tend to fairly treat you the same. Philly women in general, though, you know what they say about a woman more aggressive, woman all these things in the third. But like, if you really from Philly, that's not a problem. You know what I'm saying? Ever since I started watching you last year, I don't let women ruin me. Yeah, you probably had low self-esteem, and I told you it's not even about letting women run you or not. It's like you probably have low self-esteem. It doesn't matter if a woman is doing it or not. I bet guarantee you your friends probably walk all over you. If you let, like I'm telling you, how you do anything is how you do everything. You need to realize that. You need to stop like selectively categorizing something you don't like in your life. 1991, treat them the same. Oh God. Niggas come in here and be like, yo, so, you know, what's your experience with older women? Like, what do you do with older women and younger women? You think I'm going to sit here and change for somebody else? Why would I do that? So I got to have a higher chance of getting them? I don't want no woman that much ever in my life where I'm sitting there like, yo, let me like manipulate myself in order to heighten the chances. Like, they're already doing too much. It is what it is. You're gonna take what you see. You're gonna like what you see. You're gonna take what you get. You know what I'm saying? It is what, and you know what I'm saying. I am who I am. At the end of the day, that's how I feel. I ain't sitting here moving and changing nothing. Okay, me last year and me this year, two different jits. All right, we already know you from Florida. How do you respect from females and people in general? Respect yourself. People, you teach people how to treat you, right? And a part of that is how you treat yourself. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, treat others how you want to be treated, but I mean, it comes from a dude. I don't like bullies. I don't like people that bully people. I don't like shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So even if somebody was super soft around me or like a pussy or something like that, like I wouldn't bully them. I would still give them respect. I'll give killers the same respect I give cowards. You know what I'm saying? Like you do anything to lose my respect as a decent human being, you probably asked for it. You know what I'm saying? But 9 times out of 10, my temperament and my mood is very consistent. I can't name one person like I hate. I see them like, fuck you, you fucking. Try my best to exit all negative energy out of my life that will position me to do some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? He said, your mother. Yeah, funny as shit. But alright, chat, listen, I'm a little hungry. You know what I'm saying? At 1:50 in the morning. 5-hour, 45-minute stream. Damn near 6 hours. Love y'all, man. Dojo to the moon to Saturn. Then we leaving the solar system. The limps won't even know we exist. Bait, B, 290K pack on the way. Is gas or what?